Alright guys, so we are back today. We are driving back to Michigan here from Florida. We probably have a 1,300 mile trip all in total, so I did reset the thing and we will see exactly how far we go. But yeah, so it's 5 in the morning, we're off. I've checked the trans fluid many times and we have no leaks quite yet, but I highly doubt it's up to temperature right now. So yes, so we are going. So as you can see here, it's floating down the road amazingly. It's doing really good. This is a highway cruiser, I will say that. So if we can just maintain this the rest of the trip, we will be a-okay. But we have yet to know. We have got to do it to find out. So guys, stay tuned here and we will see how far we go. I know we're 10 miles in, so we got the car kind of loaded down, but we're going to North Carolina right now. I think as long as the car acts good, we're going to get some wheels for a future car. As I said, they're just something that I'm going to kick myself if I don't get. I'll explain that later, but anyways guys, let's get going here. As you can see, we are in the area. We are cruising along, but right now we are getting 21 miles a gallon. I don't suspect we'll get much better than that. So, and I'm totally fine with that. So, all right. So we made our first fuel stop, and so far so good. The car is not leaking any type of fluids, but it is definitely burning off on the exhaust. I have yet to top it off. We're a little over 100 miles in now, so I think we're gonna do it, but we're way too early in the trip to make that prediction. But it's looking good so far. So we've got 400 miles to empty right there. Car is running super smooth. About another 420 until we get to our North Carolina stop. But all right guys, we're gonna get going here. Alright, so we're coming up to the first state line, which is Georgia here. Probably got 4 or 5 more of those to go, but typical. So we just did our first top off on the fluid. It really probably didn't need to be done, but it was on the lower end of the dipstick there. I don't know if it'll show up very well, but it's still registered on the stick, but I want to keep it plenty full. So yeah, we topped it off. Let's see. So it's nice and full now on the cross hatches on the stick. So say we're a little over, I don't know, probably 350 miles in so far. First top off, probably didn't even need it. So yeah, keep going here. As you can see, we are in the dirty south of South Carolina right now, stuck on this 2-lane highway on 95. Not much else to say. It's a 2-lane highway, which kind of blows, but it's moving pretty nice. And yeah, we have some decent scenery to look at, other than these weird-looking trees that look like there's just like spaghetti hanging off of these things. other people are laughing at me right now, but these trees are just very odd looking. I feel like I'm in like a rainforest or something. But anyways, yeah, the car is doing super right now. Nothing really to report. It's kind of drama free, other than I'm worrying about the bugs and the leak. But yeah, we're rolling. Not else much to report. This is the ultimate highway cruiser. I can definitely say that. I've driven quite a few vehicles on this drive, and this is by far the most comfortable one that's done it so far. So yeah, guys, I'm super excited to get this thing back home and just get it all like ready to go and actually drive comfortably. So plenty more hours though behind the wheel. One thing that I'm not too thrilled about is the cassette deck and the FM radio. So no Bluetooth, none of those modern amenities that we're all used to. So I have FM radio. It's currently the holiday season. Nothing but Christmas music on pretty much every station out of the 4 stations the state seems to have. So yeah, we're driving in silence and just taking it all in its glory. So I do have a cassette adapter that I can run through my phone, but the music that it's putting out is only coming out of the right speakers. So I think that is just the way these aux to iPhone cassettes work on these older cars, because I did it on the Taurus as well. So yeah, we're just kind of going at it and taking it in, taking the scenery in. So definitely need to remedy that Bluetooth or something. So yeah, we're going here. So we got the wheels over here. We made our stop. We finally made it, and they're back there. I should have maybe shown, but I'll show at the end of the video what they look like. They look sweet, and they're for a future car down the road. I already said it earlier, but those are going to sit in the boxes for a while. But yeah, so we are back on the way. A little update on the car. We're 610 miles in, so we are kind of at that halfway point. We have another 630 to go, so we're halfway there basically. So yeah, like I said, we put about maybe a quart in so far total trip. I know back at the wheel shop 20 minutes ago, it left a good little puddle under it, so I think that's just due to the fluid warm from driving all day. So yeah, it's doing what I expected it, but it's doing better than I thought. So yeah, so see, open road, we are in North Carolina, kind of just doing about 85, 90, and the car's just floating. And I find if I don't nail it on the gas, I think that's when I start to have trans issues. I think there's just too much pressure going in there. So yes, we're taking it easy, and yeah, just pushing along. Little update. We just crossed the border to West Virginia, a land of 1 million people and 15 last names. So we are definitely on the downturn of the trip. So we're closer to home than we are to Florida. Got a hot dog, eating it right now. Just came out of a tunnel, and I didn't really realize the state sign was right there. So I hope it got it. You know, whatever. So, but anyways. Car's doing good, just topped it off again, got gas, filled the car up. Yeah, so that should pretty much get us home, at least very close. I'll probably do one more fill up, but yeah, we're gonna do this in one day. So so far so good. The car is doing great. So here we go. All right, we're in the middle of West Virginia right now on a 7% grade. And I think we finally topped the seal, so I just topped it off. Gonna see what we can do. So I think we're almost done for. I might have to pull over and wait for a ride. 400 miles away, so keep you updated. So I filled the trans up and put probably another half a quart in it. And you know, I'm trying to maintain speed here, but I got stuff like this going by me on a 7% grade. So I'm trying not to get run over, but I'm also trying to manage the transmission right now. So And I'm trying to get out of this squidbilly town of West Virginia, like everywhere I look type of thing, so I don't want to get stuck down there. So I'm gonna try to get this thing at least to Ohio, and just kind of limp it along, and I'm not really touching the gas as much as I can. So yeah, we're getting it there. But what I had noticed before that last clip, we were going up the hill and I saw in my mirror a bunch of smoke, and I didn't know if it was the haze in the air because the air's a little foggy, but upon further examination I started to smell trans fluid, which was weird, and then it just all come full circle. So you know, we're going through little towns like this, which, yeah, I don't really think get a whole lot of good looks or help. So I'm just gonna, my goal is right now to keep the transmission full. We still have another gallon, a little, probably over a gallon and a half. So from now on, we're just gonna try to take it easy here, just idle along, and try to enjoy this sunset a little bit. Oh yeah, I thought I could relax for a little bit. No, 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 no. So yep, that's the what's going on. 400, well, 358. No, 388 miles away. All right.
And Blixen and all his reindeers pulling on the reins. Bells are ringing.
All right, quick update. We're on our last stop of the night, and it's not happy after that last little pass. We got trans fluid all over the back. So yeah, we're gonna limp it from here on. All right, so we're back right now. We are 100 miles into limping this thing right now, like actually actively trying to limp it after our little ordeal back there in the mountains. Don't know how or why, but that leak, it's very intermittent, and going through the mountains, I think just the elevation, just that little bit of elevation moved the fluid to where it was just dumping out. And so I think I just that much driving through, like, I don't know, it's probably 20 miles of heavy mountains, it just added up and it got really smoky. And so we are driving right now, and it's 44 degrees, and we're on somewhat of like a back road highway here. It's a 55, and it's great because the transmission is cool, and we're just kind of going at the speed we need to go to get it home. We're still 3 hours away. Like I said, we're 260 miles away now, so I've done about 100 miles from West Virginia, and I'm very looking forward to getting this home. I think we're gonna do it, but I'm nervous and I'm clenching, man. I tell you what. So the whole back of the car is covered in trans fluid from the last gas stop we made, and yeah, so this has been somewhat of an adventure. I mean, this car is packed, and we still have roaches in here. We forgot about the roaches after everything going on. So there's 2 wheels in the back, and there's 2 in the front, or, you know, in the back right there. So those are pretty cool. Those do add some weight, I do have to say. I didn't know. That's probably what made it so bitchy in the mountains. But yeah, well, look at all those lights. You can see that. But yeah, so that is very cool. That is super cool. I wonder what their bill is. But anyways, the car's doing great. Other than that, the car is driving great. The motor is strong. This thing's a boat. It's a very artificial boat, if that makes any sense at all. It's very nice to drive for being 22 years old. So yeah, here we go. We're still going. I look a little bit different from this morning. I'm definitely feeling I'm tired. So, but we're so close now. It'd be silly to stop. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get it to Michigan now. So I'm making the last stop here, and I just want to show you guys all this trans fluid back here splattered throughout the back of the bumper. So there's it's leaking pretty good, but I have to say I'm pretty impressed that it's made it as of right now. Let's see, I don't know if the door is shut, but pretty much we've gone 1,050 miles so far. So yeah, with a questionable leak, as we all know. So yep, another 150 miles to go. I just checked the fluid just now, and it wasn't down one bit. It didn't even leak in the parking lot back there. But let's go ahead and get going here on the road and see. This is the moment I've been waiting for. All right, we're here. We made it. Home free. Now we can do the speed limit. I feel good now. Okay. Wow, we finally did it. I did not expect this to happen. Seriously, I thought this would be going home on a flatbed. So, awesome. I'm so glad, like, yeah, this is awesome. So now we have to actually work on the car and get it worked on. So, but the biggest issue is out of the way. It's here. So the car is back to where it came from. It left this place almost 22 years ago. It left the state, and now it's back. So, anyways, there it is. We'll show a little bit here in a minute. Hopefully, once we get it home. And we're also doing 24 miles a gallon. Quite a bit better than I was expecting on this. Usually I was expecting about 21, 22, but yeah, this thing's been great so far, other than, you know, yada, yada, yada. So, very, very pleased. All right, so it's the next morning. Got home around 11:30 last night. Let's check it out. We'll start it up, and we're gonna go ahead and get it cleaned off, and that'll probably be the wrap of the video here. But sitting inside of it right now, I don't see any bugs anywhere, so that's a great sign. I'm sure this cold weather has definitely slowed them down, but let's go start it up and see what kind of puddle we have under this thing. That appears to be the only leak, so yeah, it all looks good. Let's go ahead and get it all cleaned off. It's really not all that dirty from the road trip, but you know, get all that residual off.